I'm here with Troy Campbell, head coach of the Cougar volleyball team. And today we are looking back at 3 matches last week. And we want to spend the most time, Troy, on the Wednesday night match. It was the conference opener for your team against Rockford University. And Troy, that was just one of those matches where everything just seemed to come together. And it was a very satisfying win in 3 sets.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that, the hard work really paid off that match. Our girls came out and really executed the game plan that we wanted to use. I think that was huge for us too, because we don't have a lot of experience executing game plans when we have an actual scouting report and stuff like that. So I think the girls followed it to a T. I think that kids like Emily Marcus and Nicole Inwards, Austin Thompson, Nicoletta Crowley, they just all came out and played really solid volleyball. And we kept Rockford on their heels all night with a lot of serving pressure. And, it was just a really great opening conference win. And you can't get enough of those. So we were really satisfied with what we did.
Troy, for anyone who's maybe not seen the Cougar volleyball team in action too much this year, we've talked in previous weeks about how good serving is such a vital part of your team's method of operation this year. And that match last Wednesday, 16 aces, and I believe you had 3 girls that had 4 each. I mean, it's really something to see how effective a weapon that has been.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, when we're on, we're a very, very tough serving team. We're leading the conference, I think, by a lot of aces right now overall. And I think that, 16 to 20 is usually where I'm at with teams I've coached in the past. And we take a lot of time on that. We concentrate on the service game. And when it's on, we're going to be a very, very tough team. And I think it's about, like we talked about last week, having 6 strong servers and not 1 or 2. On Tuesday, we're going up against Aurora, who has the player with the single most aces alone. But then the rest of the servers, I think we'll be able to handle quite clearly. But when we step behind the service line, all 6 rotations, there's a tough server there that can not only serve a tough ball, but exactly where I need it to be to expose the weaknesses within that specific serve receive. So all of our girls take great pride in their service game, and it's just great to see them going out and taking some chances and executing.
Well, Troy, you kind of touched on the opposite side of the coin there for just a second, but seeing as how Aurora is going to feature a top server, your team's serve reception game has shown a ton of improvement from where it was last season.
Yes, we really struggled at the beginning of last season getting our service game or our serve reception game in order. And this year we were lucky enough to add some kids that really took the pressure off of other kids, because it's so integral that when you have a single person or 2 people within a serve receive who aren't performing very well, it puts a lot of pressure on the third person who is, and that affects their percentage as well. And I think that all of our rotations now have 3 or 4 people working together in unison to make sure that we're passing the ball near or on target. And that's so huge to create opportunities offensively for us. So keeping them off balance with our really strong service game and then being able to control their service game is huge, and we need to execute that constantly. That's a huge part of our game plan. I don't think it's any secret to anybody, but being able to do that is a compliment to all of our passers and the hard work they do. Mary Umstad and Emily Marcus, Nicole Inwards, Olivia Fredericks, Austin Thompson, Hannah Johnson. All of those kids are doing a really great job, and I'm proud of what they're doing.
All right, now Troy, this past Saturday you took another break, I should say, from conference play to play a couple of teams up in Wisconsin. You had North Central for a second time and then you took on the host team, UW-Platteville. It was a tough day for the Cougars in both matches. Just tell us briefly what, if anything, can the team take as far as like lessons learned from that as they get ready to face a couple of conference opponents this week?
You know, I think it's about, we scheduled this tough day. We knew North Central and Platteville were good teams. I want to play good teams because you can only get emphasize what you're doing wrong and what you need to work on when you play good teams. I think that the Rockford match didn't evaluate us personally. I think it evaluated them and the struggles that they're having. And this weekend emphasized some of the struggles we're having in some essential areas. And hopefully this weekend was a help to us to improve in the areas that are necessary for us to compete against really great competition. So I think we did. Hopefully we learned from that. I know the bus ride home was good. We had some conversations about what we need to do differently here in the future about energy and concentration and all of that good stuff. So I think we played North Central better than we did the first time, specifically in the second game. And, you know, I think that as long as we're getting better over the course of the season playing this great competition, then we'll be ready, you know, at the end of October into November for the postseason, hopefully.
All right, as mentioned, the Cougars at Aurora tomorrow night, Tuesday, and then this Friday, home to MSOE, and Troy, that's going to kick off a busy weekend of Cougars sports action right here on campus. It's homecoming weekend, and just the buzz surrounding homecoming weekend, how big of a factor do you expect that to play on Friday?
Well, I think it will. I think, you know, anytime we have home matches, it's great for us. I think our energy against Rockford at home was really great, and I think that contributed to our win. And hopefully this Friday we'll be able to create that same type of atmosphere with a good crowd showing that we had last Wednesday as well. We appreciate our fans. We love when they come out and see us and support us. And hopefully we'll kick it off right with a win and get everybody excited about what's going on with our program and all the other programs here at Concordia, of course, with the football game on Saturday and the homecoming festivities all week. You know, this is one of those weeks in college that, you know, you don't realize after 4 years you only had 4 of them, and hopefully you get to enjoy them. And that's what we look forward to doing, and kicking it off right against MSOE would be huge for us.
All right, Troy, I'd like to thank you for your time this afternoon and wish the Cougars best of luck, and hope next Monday we can talk about a couple of conference wins.
Thanks, Jim.